Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be changing a flicking exterior light. Both of our lights here on the outside, when you turn them on, they're photo sensors. So they have these little sensors right here that as it gets dark, dusk out, that the light kicks on and then it stays on until morning. Anyway, these lights are 24 years old. They're original to the home and they flicker at night. And I've already replaced bulbs. I've already made sure that the wires were connected tight and properly. So now we're on to step 3. I'm just going to replace the entire thing. So to do that, there are these caps on here that just kind of twist off. They're covering the screws. And here's what I want to show you what step 1 actually is, because this is going to be important. Okay, you would think that the power is off. I have the light off at the switch, but I have my little voltage tester here. And okay, so I was trying to show something, but I had to go and get a tool real quick. Can you see this, Sarah? So these things, it has these exterior lights, or some of these light bulbs, these fixtures, what they have is this is where the fixture screws onto here and here. But this twists and rotates, and then here are the screws that are holding in the bracket. So we're going to take it off. And what I was trying to show you there, finally. Is that we want to make sure we're flipping the breaker off. Okay. It's off at the switch, but there's potentially residual power here, and I'm not afraid to get shocked. But what we want to do for safety reasons, it took forever to get to the safety part, is that we need to start by flipping a breaker. So this is where the video should start, because we need to flip the breaker, but I wanted to show you about that first, just to kind of prove my point. The switch was off, right? The lights weren't on. But still showed some current going through there. So we're going to come in here. They're all labeled, right? We're going to find it, flip it off. All right, let's go back. Okay, so we're back. I have my tester. I'm turning it on, right? It's on. Nothing. See? So even though it was off at the switch, we want safety first, because now there's nothing. Now it's not beeping. So now we can touch these, take them apart and twist on them, and we're not afraid of dying. Safety first. Safety is sexy. Almost as sexy as me and my dad shirt. Okay, so I have the new component. It comes with its own bracket, but they're basically adjustable, like so you can, so that if the hole is a slightly different size, that you can, get it to line up the way you need it to line up. And then you're going to have the 2 wires. You're going to have your positive and your neutral, and then you should have your ground. So we have the 3. They should match up here: black, white, copper, and that's all we're going to do is just put it together. But first, as I'm looking in here, I see all kinds of cobwebs and ladybugs and little bug nests. We're just going to clean that out first. Okay, so I vacuumed it out. I have removed the bracket. I had to take off the little black caps, you may recall. I just took those off to remove this. I have them sitting on the ground over here. I'm going to set this down. Again, this moves here, at least it should. Oh, this one has screws stopping it from sliding easily. It's always something. It never just goes easy. So anyways, I loosened that screw a little bit. Apparently I have to loosen both screws a little bit. And now I can move it freely, just to make it easier for it to come in here. They did not, this company, these new light fixtures that I bought were like 25 bucks. It was like the cheaper ones on Amazon, so you can get better ones. These particular ones didn't come with screws for me to put it back, so I'm gonna have to reuse those old screws if I remember where I put them. Found one, don't worry, don't worry. Found two, we're really doing it. And then I'm twisting it around clockwise because I'm going to twist this on clockwise. So I have the wire that I've twisted around the already conjoined wires clockwise, right? And so as I continue to twist it on, okay. I'm probably safe to kind of let it hang a little bit, but I don't like it because I don't trust it, but even though you probably could. And what I'm going to do here, actually, is you could probably get a tool. I kind of use my teeth. I just want a little bit more length on the exposed wire just for wrapping purposes to make it easier to kind of wrap. Take the cap, twist it on. And so now it's probably safe. So see, I can let go here, even though it may not feel safe. It should be good to go. And again, you may not want to use your teeth, but I'm gonna. Okay, just to make it a little longer again, so that I can wrap it around a little easier. Okay, making sure they're nice and tight. And then we have to jam the wires back in there. So electrical wires can be very stiff. You just have to apply pressure. They'll bend. Jeez. As you can see, the struggle has been real to get this back on. All right, the bracket back, please. I've had issues with that every time I've ever done anything like this, like replacing fan fixtures or light fixtures. The wires can just be a real pain in the butt. The electrician is supposed to leave a little extra length just in case, you know, you have to cut it back so there's still plenty. So it's a nice feature, but then on the back side, you run into it's hard to jam them all back in the box. So I screwed it about 90% in, and that way I can get this aligned as centered as I want it to be. I can move it back and forth where I get it where I want it, and then I can take it the rest of the way. Okay, and then we flip this back level there. We'll have to tighten that back down, of course. Nice. Oh yeah, I forgot about this little tidbit. So, do you see how far these are sticking out? What we actually have to do is take this off and actually take these back. Can you see that, Sarah? I'm basically unscrewing them out the back. So this is probably why you don't buy the cheap ones. This bar is kind of bent a little bit. So I'm having a tough time getting the holes to line up. There we go. So you could have done that without taking this box off, but I wanted to show you what I was doing. Pesky little things. Okay. We should be good to go. We just need a light bulb now. Okay, so there you go. We went and flipped the breaker back on, flipped the switch on, lights on, it's not flickering. So the only difference between these and what we had and what I could have bought and maybe still will if we care enough about it is to get the ones that have a photo sensor on them so that they know, they can turn on at dusk and turn off, at dawn. But anyway, there you go, fixed.